Hello everybody, Shift Your Mindset here with a new episode, and I had to do some preparations for it because for me it was also a difficult topic when I left the Jehovah's Witness organization. So the topic of today is how to find your purpose. And in the beginning, when I left the Jehovah's Witnesses, I was struggling with this topic, with this question. I asked myself, what is my purpose? Because my purpose wasn't here to following man, to just going through life like a robot. So how do we find our purpose after we're leaving a cult or, like me, a Jehovah's Witness religion? Picture this. You're walking into a vitamin store or a pharmacy where they sell vitamins. And you see the bottles and you think, oh, it's good for my heart. It reduces stress. Another bottle said it increases your blood circulation. Everything sounds good. All those bottles sounds good. So when you buy all those bottles, you take an overdose of vitamins. And that's not the right way to do it. The best approach would be you do a blood test and you know which vitamins you lack. So you go to the pharmacy, to the supplement section, vitamin section, and you choose those vitamins you lack. Vitamin B2 or vitamin D, whatever. So more focused on the exact vitamin you need. And that's the same with self-help. Because that's also what I did after I left. I did a lot of self-help. But there's also a downside to it. Because everything sounds good. You're watching a YouTube video, oh yeah, that sounds good. You're watching another video, oh, that sounds so good, I want to do that. So we are just like what I pictured you guys about taking an overdose of something instead of just thinking about what do I really need at this moment. And an overdose on videos out there about self-help. I ask myself the question, what's my win? What do I need? So what's my compass in life? What do I need to get there? What is something that is productive for me? I emphasize me, because self-help is often a productive procrastination. We're doing things that seem productive, but they are not. So whatever your goal is, where you want to go, my advice is try and cut your time for that goal in half. Why? Because if we have too much time, we often get distracted to little things, not the important thing we have to do. So we're always busy with the little things, and that comes from that we are maybe we wanted to do it so good that we are thinking, oh, that logo, we have to change that logo. No, it's about the content you're making or want to make. So which activities could I eliminate from my daily schedule? That's one tip what helped me a lot. Because when I cut my time in half, I was more focused on producing something. So our perfectionism is the one who keeps on from doing the things we have to do. We have to go for the result, not for all the things around it. So it's clear who you are now and clear what your values are. And then ask yourself the question, what do I care about? What's important for me? What's my important purpose? What do I want? What do I care about in life? And listen to this, because that was my trap. Don't get sucked in consuming other people's wins. Because that's what social media does to us. We fall often in that trap. We keep on scrolling through social media and we get sucked in other people's frames. So don't fall in that trap. And it's a hard one because social media is a big thing in our life, but don't fall in that trap. Because if I'm asking you now, what is your favorite food? And you have to answer that now. If I have to answer it for myself now, I want a big steak at the moment. So imagine your favorite food now. I give you that favorite food now on a plate, but I give it into a room with 360 degrees television screens around you. And on all those screens, you see photos of all the kinds of food in the world, except the plate you're having. So I chose a steak, so I see pictures about seafood, I see sushi, I see wonderful salad, great lighting on it, looks fresh and I want to eat it, and picture around all the food you have. The best pictures of all the food in the world, except your plate. If I do that with all the screens around you, is it increasing or decreasing your own meal? If I have to be honest, and I think you guys also, it's decreasing my meal, because I have a delicious steak around or in front of me, but I think, oh, pasta, oh, pizza, oh, look at that sushi, oh, sushi would be nice now, yeah, oh, and look at that salad, fresh salad, wow. So it takes you out of it, those screens around you, while you're eating a delicious meal. And that's the same with the social media. It's the same with your purpose. It takes you out of your purpose. The distraction around you. I'm doing this, oh, I'm so happy. And then I grab my phone and I was scrolling and I see, oh, John is doing that. Oh, Susie is doing this, whoa. And it took me out of my own purpose, because I was consuming other people's wins. So don't fall in that trap, people, because you never escape from it, almost. So don't fall in that trap to compare yourself with others and see other people wins. Because you can win also in life. but don't let you get distracted from the people's wins around you. Because when you do that, and you're looking at, oh, John is doing that, and oh, Bob is doing that, what it means is that you're creating doubt in your head. For sure, you're getting doubt. So don't get sucked in people's frames. Don't do it. And a nice one is to audit your life. How much am I consuming? And how often am I producing? When I start asking myself that question, my whole life changed. How much am I consuming? How much am I producing? Because like God, universe, spirit, whatever you call it, created us. And you and me, we are here to create. I can't emphasize it any more often than I already do. We are here to create. But am I consuming or am I productive? Am I creating something? So ask yourself the question, what do I do for fun? What do I like? Most of the time we do consumption activities. Eating food, consuming food. Scrolling through social media, consuming. Watching videos, consuming. But you have to watch this one. So that's good consuming. But it has to be in balance. Even if we meet up with friends, it's always, often it is, what do you think about me and am I good enough? Seeking approval of others, consuming. So we have to examine ourselves how much we're consuming and how much we're producing. And it has to be in a good balance. Because producing is where you're at the cause. It's coming from me. It's coming from you. It's not going in, it's coming out of you. And we need more of that. Because finding your purpose is producing instead of consuming. What's my favorite action to take? How can I design my life more around that? Ask yourself those two questions. And like me in the beginning, maybe a lot of people say, I don't know what I want to produce. I don't know what's my favorite action? Yeah, let me think. And that's totally normal to ask yourself that question or to say, I don't know. And maybe you say, I didn't take enough action to follow my purpose. That's also all right, but we're here to find your purpose. So we have to start playing, we have to start producing, we have to start using our imagination. Because we lost our imagination growing up as JW. Also outside of the society. We lost our imagination. Think about you as a child. If I think about me as a child, before all the technology, I was playing in the woods with wooden sticks. I was chasing my friends. I was building a ramp to jump over with my bicycle. So I was producing. I wasn't standing there in the woods and scrolling through, oh, next tree, next tree, next tree. I seen this one, next tree. No, I was producing. I used my imagination. I was fighting dragons and I was a knight and I don't know what I was. I was so many things. Then I was an astronaut and then I was a firefighter and I even lit a fire in the forest. Doesn't end well because the real firefighters were coming instead of me putting out the fire. But that's a different story. I learned from that. But luckily I had my imagination. but go back to when you used your imagination for the last time. So when is the last time you created something? And created something doesn't have to be perfect. Let go of your perfectionism. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to go out. You just have to produce something. And then you think, oh, next time I do it this way. Next time I do it that way. And you fine tune what you are producing. But when was the last time you did something, you produced something? And it doesn't matter that it takes time, because we have time. We're still breathing. We're still living, people. You're still walking on this earth. So it doesn't matter how much time it takes, how old you are. We have time. And when you have time, you can do it. So we have to eliminate everything that distracts us from that purpose or that goal that we have in life. See yourself as an empty canvas. Maybe for you now it's an empty, boring canvas. It's also good because it's empty. You can paint it, you can create it. It doesn't matter that it's empty. We all have that creative energy inside of us. So let go of the boring canvas. Paint it with your life, with your purpose. Because we all able to create something. And what helped me is I put up a challenge with myself. 50 minutes sitting on my own. First time I did it, after 1 or 2 minutes, I already grabbed my phone and I went on scrolling. 50 minutes just sitting by yourself in boredom. Be bored. But how long can you last without getting distracted? Without reaching for your phone, for example? Are you being able to entertain yourself in 50 minutes? So, seeking validation doesn't come close to the inner joy of creating. And as you might see now, I am creating right now. And I'm creating with joy. Why? Because I want to go to freedom. My path, my journey is freedom for people and animals. Last night, I didn't get a lot of sleep because we rescued one chicken without a mom. Someone called us. We said, yeah, give it to us. My wife wants it. And yesterday we bought another 2 from a horrible place. We bought 2 other chickens, commercial chickens. We bought 2 to put with that one chicken in a little coop. We bought a heater so they are healthy and they are warm, like their mother is sitting on top of them. And that's just what we want to do. We don't hesitate, we don't think about it. We get in the car, we jump in the car, we drive, we get them, we get a lamp. Nothing is too much because that's what we want to do. That's our purpose in life. So also I'm creating right now with this video. I like putting out the video. I like creating videos. I like clicking on the button when I say publish. That's me creating. And if I read all the comments, and the comments, the good and the bad ones also, are just the sprinkle on the top for me. I don't seek validation of it. If someone says, oh, good video, I'm thankful for that. I say thank you. But I don't feel that inner joy that I'm somebody. That, oh, he liked my video. Oh, great. Oh, yes, finally. Oh, that feeling. I don't need that validation from someone. I'm happy with all the good comments. I'm also happy with all the bad comments. If I can learn something from the bad comments or giving me advice, I always do that. If someone says you have to sit there or whatever, I think about it. If someone is negative, that's also his opinion. He's entitled to his own opinion, but I don't care. It doesn't affect me. So, but also the comments, if you seek validation of it, you're living off the comments. I'm not living off the comments, and it never comes close to the creation process of this video, for real. I mean it. It doesn't come close. Someone who's listening to my channel, Chris, is making music. He's playing music, he's singing music, he's singing. For me, making a video is like composing music. My videos are the music I'm composing. I'm putting it out there. So we need more people to produce something, to get it out there, to create something. That's our purpose here in life. So I wrote down a good question. Somebody asked me a long time ago, and I never forget about that question. And I want to read it to you guys. What would I do if I had all the money in the world? Right now, I'm giving you all the money in the world. What are you want to do? Good question. Sven, I would relax a little bit. Okay. Was also my first one when I was asked that question. But it's not the good one, because that's the carrot and the stick approach. What you're doing. Because I want to relax a little bit. Okay, if you have all the money in the world, I would relax a little bit. But you get bored of relaxing in the end. Trust me, you get bored of relaxing. And for sure it will happen. Because you have all the money in the world. You know all the restaurants you go and eat. You go on vacation. You know all the countries. You know everything. You know every restaurant by name. You know everything. So it will end in boredom. Because you have everything already. You know everything. So you will do it for the sake of doing it. Instead versus the outcome. So you will do it for the sake of doing it versus the outcome. Because the outcome, you already have all the money. So if you don't do it for the money, you have to find the sake of doing it. We don't have to escape from something, but we have to change the relationship. Some people say, I want to quit my 9-to-5 job. I hear it a lot. I want to quit my 9-to-5, but it's not about the 9-to-5, it's about the job. Your job is not fulfilling. Because if you go after your purpose, maybe you get into working days of 16 hours a day or 17 hours a day. So 9-to-5 is only 8 hours. Maybe if you go and work for yourself, you make far more hours than on your 9-to-5 job. So it's not about the hours, but it's what you do in those hours. I'm doing in my hours only what gives me fulfillment, plus what gives me joy. I'm not doing it because of my misery and I do a job that I don't want to do. I do it because it gives me fulfillment and it's important what I do in those hours. Yeah, but I don't want to work for a boss. anymore. I hear it also a lot, but we all have a boss. If you have a 9-to-5 job, you have a boss. If you work for yourself, you even have a boss. I have a boss. If I'm coaching my clients and I have a Zoom meeting or whatever, or here I personally had someone here in South Africa for 8 weeks, personal coaching. If I don't show up in the morning, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna lose my client. So my client is my boss. But the lucky thing is I can pick my own bosses. I can pick who I want to work with, who are serious enough to find their purpose in life. So it's not about purpose in life. It's not about winging it. Just do something. Because then it's like you're standing in an ice cream shop and you're just picking one color, one flavor of ice cream. Then we have a lot to choose from, and most of the time we don't pick anything because we can't choose. So my tip for you guys is use the data from your past. If you don't like certain ice cream flavors, like chocolate, you can rule out all the flavors which has chocolate in it. So it narrows down the flavors you have to choose. So use the data from the past. And that's when you are, how do you say it? That's how you create your boundaries also. And you can try things between those boundaries. You know, I don't want chocolate, I don't want this, and you have a boundary and you can try things. Because life is all about trying things, doing things. Creating is always trying something new. It's scary maybe because we're not known, we're not familiar with it, but it's trying new things. And it's not a bad thing because everything in this life I'm renting. I'm renting my body, I'm renting my time, I'm renting my money, I'm renting everything. Because when I die, I can't take anything without it. But what are you doing within your time frame of life? Are you playing it safe? And you arrive at your funeral in still the brand new car you got when you got here? When I'm arriving at my funeral, I'm sure my car is completely gone. I miss a tire, I have dents in it, my windshield is broken, everything. Why? Because I tried everything in this life to get to my purpose. It's not a time to play safe. Sometimes we have to take a road full of potholes or whatever just to learn from that experience. And you're not giving up. We're gonna make it. And you're gonna arrive at your funeral and your car almost breaking down. But you managed to take everything out of that life. You managed to fulfill your purpose. So we are all gonna die, but why not taking the big risks? Take a shortcut in life. Do it the easy way, do it the lazy way, but it's best for us to find our purpose and go after that. Ever watched a good movie? I did. But we have to make our life better than watching the movie. Your movie is your life. Make it the best movie you can, people. So these are some tips and tricks to how to find your purpose in life. For me, it's important to have a purpose, not just sitting in a black hole, because I was pretty low at the point when I quit being a JW. I was like sitting in a black hole, and I had to find my purpose again. And I realized that in the JW religion I never had a purpose, because it's all about Armageddon and stuff like that, but it was not my purpose, because it was not something inside of me. It was brought to me by other people. I was convinced that it was my purpose, but it wasn't my purpose. We are here to create our own reality. We are here to create things, and we have to share it with other people. We have to spread out more love, more compassion, more empathy, all those things, because those things are needed in this society, in this world. So people, I hope you heard something good in this video, which you can take on, which you can try. If you have any questions, let me know. And I hope everybody listening is finding his purpose or her purpose soon. Because when you have a purpose, you have a goal, you have unlimited power, you get a superpower within, your fire is burning, and it's not work anymore, but you're just living your passion and make it better than the best movie you've ever seen. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.